So in this video we will see how to fill up all the details on this dummy form which I have created for you, and you can fill up all the various controls that we have. So we have text boxes, we have a drop down, we have radio button and checkbox and a button. So we will be performing various actions on this form and then we'll submit. We will also see that how to handle the wait statements in a proper way. So I am taking up the code snippet that I have used in the last lecture, and few things are common which remain common everywhere. So I am using those things. For example, declaration of Internet Explorer, HTML document, and then initialization, navigation. I am just changing the URL here, then I am making it visible. We have a wait statement which is a hard-coded wait, and after that we are setting ht equals ie.document. Now the document is handy with us and we need to perform all the actions on the page after that. So here starts the form filling part. I will be first trying to access the name part, which is a text box. So for that I'll go to the inspector and I will try to read the properties of this text box in the HTML source. So I can see that we have an ID for this particular element and I can directly use the method getElementById. So ht.getElementById, I just copy the ID from there and paste it here, and dot value equals the value that I want to write, for example my name. Similarly, the next item is the drop down list. Let's say I want to select 18 to 30. So again I need to see the HTML code for this particular element, and I found that it also has an ID. So ht.getElementById. So using this I would be able to reach to that select element, but under that we have multiple options tag, and we have seen that how to select elements under a select tag in the last lectures. So we need to use the property select index. So I set the value as 4, so it would be selecting the 5th element under that list because the index starts from 0. The next one is radio button. Radio buttons and checkboxes are very easy to click. We just need to find the locator. So we can see here, this is the label, but we don't want to click on the label, but we want to click on the input box. So input with type equals radio, and that's the ID here. So again I'm using the same method, getElementById. I'll provide the ID and then dot click. So you must have seen that we have used getElementById method only because we have all the IDs available here on this page. So this form is very simple to automate because I have all the IDs which make the element unique. But not always you will be getting this kind of simple form. So we'll be going through some complicated forms as well in the next lectures. So the next one is checkboxes. So we have 3 checkboxes here. So we can again inspect that element and we find here that it is also an input tag with type checkbox and the ID is again unique. So I can copy this ID and I can put the code here, ht.getElementById and the ID here dot click. So I have filled up the name, I have selected the age, I have clicked on gender, I have also clicked on one of the checkboxes, and we can now, let's see, without clicking on the submit button, let us try to run it and see whether it fills up all the information correctly. So if I scroll down, I can see here it is filling up the name, it has selected the age group, it has clicked on the gender, it has also clicked on the checkbox. So all these 4 operations are done. Now we talk about this wait part. We have put here the hard-coded wait. This is not the right way. So what is the right way? That's we need to see now. So we actually need to wait for the browser ready state. Browser is actually the IE object here. So ready state is one of the properties. So do until ie.readystate equals ready state complete. So we have various states of these browsers. So when that state is complete, whose value is ready state underscore complete, when it becomes that state, then we'll say that okay, move out of it. But until this condition satisfies, stay inside the loop. And we also put another condition that when ie.busy equals false. So our browser should not be busy, right? If it is busy, then stay inside the loop, right? And inside that I'm saying that do event, so which is allowing me to perform any action on the Excel itself. It won't be keeping my Microsoft Excel stuck. For the time being, it stays inside the loop. Now I need to kill the processes of Internet Explorer because sometimes it happens that if you do not kill the browser which you have created here in the code, then the instance stays in background. So you need to clear those processes using Task Manager. And here we can kill it like this. Let's see how it works when we run this. So it has filled up all the information correctly and with the weight that we have put now. We just have one hard-coded weight before the quit action that also can be removed. So that's all about form filling part. That's a very easy form to fill. We'll be talking about more forms in the next videos. I also request all of you to subscribe to me on my YouTube channel, which is Extreme Automation by Kamal Girdhar. So once you subscribe, you will be able to receive all the notifications of the videos that I generally post related to all this kind of automation stuff. So I'll see you there. Goodbye.